One of the assignments earlier in the month was to research and review learning organizations. The task itself was simple. Just type some keywords into an internet search engine, then review the results. But I got lost in the results. Let me explain. There were several organizations that focused on learning, e-learning, or training and development. As I explored each organization, each website, I found peer-reviewed articles, webcasts, and editorials from industry leaders. There were publications, conferences, and recommended reading lists. There was a wealth of information available on those web pages, and I found it difficult to stay on task. I wanted to watch all the videos, read all the articles. I felt like I'd discovered a virtual treasure trove of information and insight into the learning and development world. While I enjoyed the iMovie training immensely, I believe learning how to create and publish a Captivate project was the most valuable skill I learned this month. I can envision opportunities for using Captivate while I pursue a consulting career providing IT training. But make no mistake, I have also placed iMovie in my toolbox, even if I don't think I'll use it. There's nothing worse than needing a tool and not having it. In a word, group. If I could do the month over again, I would have worked harder to form and solidify that group during the first week as opposed to forming the group at the end of the second week. Now, outside circumstances did have an impact on the late start, but regardless of the reasons, I feel the late formation of the group caused us to be a little rushed. There were a lot of late nights to get it done on time. I could easily say rewind and watch the previous answer. But seriously, my advice to anyone starting this course is to stay on top of your assignments. Check any negativism at the door. Just because an assignment might not make sense, like for me it was iMovie, really? It's not part of my plan. It doesn't mean it can't be a valuable tool later on down the road. To answer this question, I first needed to consider the class title, Strategies for Learner Engagement. In other words, what can I do to grab the learner's attention, to captivate my intended audience? And suddenly, I'm struck with an epiphany. I can use iMovie to create small film clips to include in a Captivate training presentation, creating diversity in presentation styles and hopefully keeping an intended audience engaged. There's a lot of work and pieces that go into achieving mastery. Learning about learning theories and discovering how to leverage that information into practice using available software tools will act as a strong foundation on which I can build my knowledge of instruction, design, and technology.